In Ghana's western region, about 300 kilometers from the capital, Accra, there is a gold mine that once symbolized international investment and economy, the Damang.
A transformation born not from politics or policy, but from the earth itself, where deep beneath the soil lies a potential so massive, so commercially significant, that it could rewrite Ghana's industrial future. The Ghanamineralresources area within the Kajebi district isn't just about rocks or minerals, it's about discovery, resilience, and a nation's leap towards a diversified and modern economy. Since 2020, an ambitious exploration project spearheaded by the Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation, known as GIISD, and its technical partner, Africa Exploration and Minerals Group, or AEMG,
As a country and as a people, we all can attest to the fact that one predominant, outstanding, and reputable fact of a country is how progressive a country is doing, especially in the area of their mineral resources, empowerment, development, growth, name it. There are so many things that put together can rank a country up there in their growth and in their GDP. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is no longer news that Ghana, as a country, as a people, as a government, have stood up to their feet to say, no, enough is enough. We are taking over our mineral resources. As good as we are discovering a lot of mineral resources that definitely we did not know we had, or a clue that is definitely what it is. Ghana is discovering a lot of mineral resources and as well taking over their mineral resources in the area of what gold mining. In this video is definitely going to be an in-depth exposition of the history of how these gold mining companies that had been or collaborating with the Ghana gold mining industry for years, decades now, have actually been terminated off the Ghana Gold Mining Company, so that at the end of the day, the Ghana government will actually know their stance and their take when it comes to their gold mining, as well as taking charge over their gold mining. They are standing on the grounds that they do not want external bodies and rather using internal and indigenous gold miners. We all know how much Ghana stands and ranks in the world when it comes to their gold as a mineral resources, and how well they have been known and noted for gold mining, gold production, gold sales, and the rest of them. Without any waste of time, guys, I would love us to take a clear look at this video of my brother Andy Insight. Every detailed explanation, please kindly watch till the end, as well as a new mineral resources I founded in the motherland Ghana. When I tell you Ghana is working, you think I'm playing. You think it's a joke, right? Or share baddest. So without any waste of time, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's take a look at this video.
In Ghana's western region, about 300 kilometers from the capital, Accra, there is a gold mine that once symbolized international investment and economy, the Damang Mine. But as of April 18, 2025, everything has changed. The government of Ghana has taken control of the mine, ending a 30-year partnership with Abozo Goldfield Limited, a subsidiary of the gold mining company Goldfields Limited.
The Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the Damang Mine of Abozo Goldfields Limited, AGL, upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025. This follows the unsuccessful renewal application by AGL, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited.
So, how did we get here, and what does it mean for Ghana's future? Well, let's rewind. In the early 1990s, Ghana signed a 30-year lease with Abozo Goldfield Limited to operate the Damang Gold Mine. The company owned 90% of the mine, while the government of Ghana held 10%, which is a common structure in African mining contracts. Over time, the mine produced a lot of gold and provided jobs for thousands of people. But as the lease approached expiration in 2025, Goldfield applied for a 30-year extension. Surprisingly, the government rejected it. Why? According to the Ghana's Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the company failed to declare any proven gold reserves in their application, a key requirement under Ghana's mining law. In Ghana and many mining countries, exploration budgeting is required because it shows that a mining company is serious about finding more minerals and extending the life of the mine. When a mining lease is about to expire, the government wants to know all this. But in the case of Abozo Goldfield Limited, their own 2024 report admitted that there is no more reserves at Damang. In fact, mining stopped there in 2023. Since then, the company has only been processing old stockpiles, which are leftover materials from earlier mining. Also, they didn't budget for exploration in the last 2 years and did not submit a clear mining plan for the future. So the government stepped in. According to them, this is part of a larger economic reset, a move away from automatic lease renewals that often favor foreign companies toward contracts that maximize national benefits.
The Minerals Commission has taken a decisive step to assume operational control of the Damang Mine of Abosu Goldfields Limited, AGL, upon the expiration of the 30-year lease due on 18th of April 2025. This follows the unsuccessful renewal application by AGL, a subsidiary of Goldfields Limited, which had halted active mining since 2023. AGL shifted to stockpile processing in 2024, indicating plans to continue this into 2025, with the remaining life of the mine estimated by AGL at 1 year. The Damang Mine's return to state oversight marks a critical step in Ghana's economic reset, ensuring its gold reserves directly benefit citizens and fuel long-term prosperity. The government of Ghana is committed to enforcing strict protocols to ensure safety, orderly operations, and the protection of all assets. And let it be noted, unauthorized access or disruptions will not be tolerated. Together, we will uphold the integrity of this transition, that everything we are doing here is in the interest of the workers. And I've emphasized in this, though no employee at Damang will lose his job, there will be continuity, there will be protection, there will be security for all workers, for service contractors. Every contract in place will be honored. And we are going to make sure that processes will be very transparent. The government of Ghana, as you know, passed the local content law, and it was the people of Ghana who were at the forefront of this effort to empower Ghanaians and to make sure that Ghanaians are in the forefront of the mining industry.
But this isn't just happening in Ghana. In Tanzania, former President John Magufuli took a strong stance against foreign mining firms. In 2017, he accused Acacia Mining, a subsidiary of Canada's Barrick Gold, of underreporting gold exports and dodging taxes. The government slapped the company with a $190 billion tax bill and temporarily banned gold exports. Eventually, a new deal was signed. The company paid $300 million in settlement, and a new joint venture was formed, with Tanzania holding 16% ownership, a big shift from previous arrangements.
Canadian miner Barrick Gold has settled its dispute with the Tanzanian government. It's agreed to pay $300 million and hand over a 16% stake in 3 gold mines and also a 50% share of its revenues from those mines. The two sides had been in talks for 6 months after the East African country banned the export of unprocessed minerals in a bid to increase the state ownership of the country's mines shares in Acacia Mining, a company in which Barrick almost owns 64%.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, the government rewrote its mining code in the year 2018, which increased taxes, royalties, and the stakes in mining projects. Some foreign investors pushed back, but DRC stood its grounds. Today, the country remains Africa's top copper producer and a global supplier of cobalt, essential for electric cars. In Zambia, the government took over Konkola copper mines from India firm Ghanamineralresources in the year 2019, after accusing the company of failing to invest and pay taxes. The process was messy and is still tied up in court. But in 2023, Zambia finally reached a deal to hand operations to a new investor while keeping more control and oversight. Last year, we also Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger taking over mines in their countries. So, Ghana's government says it's learning from these cases. They have promised a smooth transition with no job losses, no broken contracts, and continued operations. They also plan to focus on local jobs, community businesses, and value retention, meaning more of the wealth stays in Ghana. A transition team is already engaging workers and local leaders, but not everyone is convinced. Goldfields Limited has taken the matter to court, arguing that their lease application followed the rules and the rejection was unfair.
We understand that the company has formally notified the government of its intentions to seek redress through arbitration, as is their right, and there is also the responsibility of the state to respect same under the mining lease. That notice satisfies the condition under section 27.5, as I read, and accordingly, the mine's operations should remain undisturbed until the dispute is resolved.
This legal fight could take months, maybe even years. But what's clear is Ghana wants more from its minerals. More control, more value, more impact on local communities. The Damang Mine story is part of a wider movement across Africa where countries are pushing for fairer deals and greater benefits from their natural resources. Some takeovers, like Tanzania's, led to better terms and national pride. Others, like Zambians, were rocky but eventually paved the way for more strategic control. For Ghana, the question is, can this transition deliver both economic justice and operational success? Let us know your thoughts on this.
Transformation is underway. A transformation born not from politics or policy, but from the earth itself, where deep beneath the soil lies a potential so massive, so commercially significant, that it could rewrite Ghana's industrial future. The Ghanamiralresources area within the Kajebi district isn't just about rocks or minerals. It's about discovery, resilience, and a nation's leap towards a diversified and modern economy. Since 2020, an ambitious exploration project spearheaded by the Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation, known as GIISD, and its technical partner, Africa Exploration and Minerals Group, or AEMG, has been investigating the subsurface riches of the Odi region. And now, after years of careful work, patient study, and scientific diligence, early results are revealing something extraordinary. Initial data indicates that the area holds high-quality iron ore deposits, so rich in content that they could rival the best in West Africa. With global demand for iron ore surging, driven largely by booming construction and manufacturing sectors worldwide, this couldn't come at a better time. That demand is growing at a rate of 3% annually, and nations across the globe are scrambling to secure reliable sources. Ghana may very well be on the cusp of becoming one of those trusted suppliers. But it's not just about exporting ore. This discovery could be the cornerstone of something bigger, a domestic iron and steel industry that powers everything from infrastructure to innovation, the kind of industry that creates jobs, builds cities, and anchors an economy in resilience. The exploration campaign so far has zeroed in on a particularly promising area, and what they've found is generating genuine excitement. According to GIISDEC, some of the oxidized iron ore samples taken from the site show iron oxide concentrations as high as 82%, which translates to roughly 57% iron content. On average, the ore grades have shown about 67% iron oxide, or approximately 47% iron. These numbers might seem like technical jargon, but for those in the mining world, they are gold, or more accurately, iron. As GIISDEC's CEO, William Okofu-Darte, put it, these figures are still preliminary, but they're incredibly promising. Laboratory confirmation is still underway, but the early quality assessments suggest that these ores might actually be better than some currently being mined in other parts of Africa. It's a tantalizing prospect, and one that hasn't gone unnoticed. Investors are already circling, eager to get in on the ground floor of what might be Ghana's next great mineral boom. But Mr. Darte and his team are not rushing. They are prioritizing accuracy and completeness over speed, determined to build a foundation of solid data before opening the gates to negotiation. This methodical approach is one of the reasons why the project is being taken so seriously. It's not just hype, it's science-backed, professionally executed, and strategically managed. The exploration process has included remote sensing, geophysical surveys, and now extensive drilling. Out of an initial list of 54 potential mineral targets, AEMG has focused in on 11 key drilling zones. Drilling began in mid-2024, and so far, 8 of the planned 30 drill holes have been completed. The broader program will cover 15 drill lines extending over approximately 2,500 meters, with completion expected by June 2025. From there, a detailed resource estimate will follow in September 2025, providing a clearer picture of just how much iron ore lies beneath the surface and how viable it would be for large-scale extraction and processing. According to Franklin Mace, the chief geologist at AEMG, the drilling has revealed consistent intersections with banded iron formations, averaging 30 meters in width. This is a crucial finding as it indicates not just surface-level potential, but substantial underground continuity. What makes the findings even more intriguing is the presence of serpentinite rocks, which are often indicators of nickel deposits. This suggests that the site could be more valuable than initially thought, with the potential to yield more than just iron. Geological mapping has identified around 42,000 square meters of fully oxidized ironstone and another 36,000 square meters of partially oxidized deposits. These stretch across an 8-kilometer belt that dips steeply eastward. Adding to the promise are fault zones in the rock formations that could make accessing the ore easier, another positive sign for eventual mining operations. More than 100 rock samples have already been tested by Intertech Laboratory and the University of Ghana, both confirming high iron content. Still, the team acknowledges that drilling is necessary to understand the depth and continuity of the ore bodies. As Professor Frank Nyame from the University of Ghana, a technical advisor to the project, explained, it's visible on the surface, but we need to confirm what lies beneath. That's what makes this phase of exploration so critical. It's not just about what you can see, it's about confirming what you can mine, sustainably and economically. And if all goes according to plan, this project could mark the beginning of a new industrial era for Ghana.
Wow. Thank you, my brother AS1. I am impressed. I am impressed. This is what we call a working country, a country that is progressive, not retrogressive, a country that is doing well, a country that is proactive, thinking outside the box. And it's a welcome development, not just to Ghana, but to the entire West Africa, like we've seen, and will be for Africa. Exactly. Because at the end of the day, a win for one is a win for all. I really love what the present government of Ghana is doing in retrieving and reacquiring, taking back all that they have really lost, taking it by fire, by thunder, by brimstone. Exactly. And as a Nigerian, I cannot help but just wish these kind of steps are being taken in my country, because at the end of the day, it takes a bold, a courageous, a reputable, a prudent, and an outstanding leaders, not just leaders, to stand on their grounds to say, no, we must take this back, especially from the foreign bodies, because we know how oppressive, we know how controlling these people have been to Africans, especially countries that have huge and massive mineral resources. And if you look at it critically, you will see that that is the reason why Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, is being fought front, right, and center, and always try to be assassinated, because they know what Burkina Faso have. And it seems Burkina Faso's president Ibrahim Traore came out, stood on his ground to start to take charge of his country, becoming the first country to be debt free, paid back all their debt, and making good use of their resources within themselves. It has really sent a very shocking wave, and a very fearful one at that, to these foreign bodies, and they are fighting him at all costs. So Ghana is not relenting, because I think the spirit is moving, and it has entered into Ghana. By the time Ghana continues with this in all facets of their industries, their facilities, their oil sector, name it, is definitely going to be a very, very strong one. Ghana is definitely going to stand out strong, just like Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and the rest of them. Unlike what we have for these puppet leaders, their country and their government, who are just at the mercy of all these foreign bodies. Guys, I am so impressed as a Nigerian to bring to us this exciting updates, call it news, whatever, for the motherland Ghana. I only wish Nigerians to wake up, and every other country in the continent of Africa will wake up. I know some people have taken that bold step alongside Ghana, Burkina Faso, and the rest, but we need more people to wake up, more countries to wake up, so that at the end of the day, the continent of Africa will be one formidable force. This is not for any personal interest, selfish interest whatsoever, but will be for the interest of the people, the success, the empowerment, the development, the growth of the economy, and everything in between. Exactly. Now, guys, let it not look as if I'm the only one talking. I want to know your thoughts, your opinion, your input in the comment section. Kindly leave them all there down in the comment section. Let's have this conversation rolling. Exactly. And if you are yet to like this video, let me see you smash and destroy the like button, share and subscribe, because I am sharing this. Let my country's people, Nigerians, see and know what is going on, so that they will learn. They will know that the Ghana that they are trying to demean, the Ghana that they are trying to bring down, is no longer the Ghana they used to know. Let them be seen. So leave it. I will choke them. We will choke them and they will learn the hard way. All right, guys, like I said, let's talk in the comment section, and thank you for all your love and your support. I do not and cannot take them for granted. Coming up with a very hot, interesting banger topic up next. Stay glued, because this time around I will see you eyeball to eyeball, right? Exactly. Keeping it real, happy, safe, and blessed. Wishing you a blast, a successful, a happy, a productive day out there, wherever you are watching me on the stable of Chiriki Inspirations. Until then, ciao.